Thanks for stopping by, everyone. My name is Jeff, and in today's video, I'm going to do an updated analysis of Cronos Group for the start of 2019, guys. So Cronos Group trades under the ticker symbol CRON, and that is traded off of the NASDAQ exchange, and its current price is $13. So back on the 30th of August 2018, I published two videos where I did a stock analysis on Cronos Group, guys. And in that video, as you can see right here, I gave Cronos Group a sell rating and I gave them a $6 price target. And so this was actually in response to Andrew Leff's short sale rating of Cronos, and he gave them a $3 price target, where I thought that was far too aggressive and that he was beating the stock down far too much, and that's why I come out and give it a $6 price target. So right here, guys, I've got the 1 year chart pulled up on Cronos Group, and if you look down at the bottom of the screen, I have August 30th 2018 highlighted, and of course it had a high of $12.15 and a low of $8.82. That's when I issued my $6 price target. And now, guys, I have October 29th of 2018 highlighted right over here, and this is where Cronos Group actually hit close to the $6 price target, and it traded around $6 for a little while. Of course, I did not short this stock. I played some put options on it, and I covered when it was still in the $7 range. But my gut always told me that Citron's rating was beating the stock down far too much. And that's really why I made that video, was the fact that, yes, I felt like Cronos Group had more room to fall, but $3 was just a bit ridiculous in my book. And as you can see, Cronos never hit the $3 range. And as a matter of fact, since that time, it has recovered quite a bit, traded up into the $9 and $10 range, and now, like I said, today is trading over $13. So since I published those videos, a lot of things have changed with Cronos Group. We really got our first earnings report that we could, in my opinion, we could take seriously, okay? And this come out back on the 13th of November. Of course, I covered that here on the channel, and they missed EPS by 2 cents, but they beat on revenue, okay? Now, my rule of thumb has always been, if you can beat on EPS, that would suggest that your company is undervalued. But if you beat on revenue, that is proof that your company is undervalued. And of all the companies, guys, like I said, Aurora, Canopy Growth, Tilray, and several others, I was actually most impressed with Cronos Group's beat on revenue, when they beat by 3.76 million. And like I said, analysts were calling for a beat by about 2.5 million, somewhere in there. So I was very impressed with that. And then, of course, back in December, that's when Altria came out and said they were taking a $1.8 billion stake in Cronos Group. And I know I do have a long-term position in Cronos Group that I've been slowly building, and those shares got halted. Of course, all the shares got halted that day. And all it really come down to, guys, is that Altria was purchasing $1.8 billion of the stock, and that they will have the right to nominate 4 directors, including 1 independent. So again, this was a very bullish thing for Cronos Group. Then, of course, too, Congress come out and passed the Farm Bill, which legalized hemp production, and that they backed an $867 billion farm bill. And all it did really, guys, is it just legalized the production of hemp, which is a form of cannabis with lower THC levels than marijuana. So let's give Cronos Group another good look over fundamentally. It's currently got about a $2.28 billion market cap, which in my opinion seems very undervalued compared to the future, and a $1.84 billion enterprise value. Now right here, guys, in the profitability, management, effectiveness, you're pretty much going to run into this exact same problem with every marijuana company right now, okay? So unfortunately, these companies are still all in their infancy. They're currently not profitable. Like I said, you know, Cronos Group, negative 46% on profit margin, negative 54% on operating margin. So you cannot put Cronos Group in the same company with really well-polished companies. You know, it's not a Goldman Sachs or a JP Morgan Chase or a Microsoft, okay? You do have to understand that they still are very unprofitable at this point. That does not mean the stock cannot grow. It just means that they're currently unprofitable for now. So that's why we got to come to the income statement to really try to tap into the better news or the better metrics. And like I said, guys, right down here, 3 lines down, the quarterly revenue growth year over year year is 186%. Okay, now that is where your investment is coming from, is that quarter over quarter, year over year, they're growing at 186%. You cannot grade this stock, off of its profitability yet. You have to look at quarterly revenue growth. And the balance sheet should also give you another tick of confidence, guys. Look, check it out. They have $31.18 million of total cash and $4.3 million of total debt, which I think there is some skepticism that we are possibly facing a recession. Looks to me like we're recovering from a big correction right now. But when a company has this much more cash than debt, they are poised to survive pretty much any kind of market conditions. Now, when you take that and combine it with the quarterly revenue growth, that's kind of where the pen should meet the paper, and this will start to become a good investment idea. So I've searched far and wide for CRON's next earnings report date and have pretty much come up empty-handed, finding a lot of different conflicting information. So this is about all I have to offer right now, is that there's an unconfirmed date for February 13th, 2019. But, however, be on the lookout because that is subject to change at any time. And once I do have a confirmed date, and once I do know when CRON and all the other MJ companies report earnings, I will make an update video with that information. So I guess now it really is all about, opinion, how you feel about it. We all have a relative understanding of Cronos Group. Like I said, very fundamentally flawed, not a profitable company, massive quarterly revenue growth, and more cash than debt. In an explosive industry that is only set to grow more and more, like I said, as the years go on. So, is Cronos Group a buy at its current levels, guys? Well, here's my thing. I think it is a good idea to invest in all these companies, but more specifically the ones you believe in the most. But I really wouldn't want to buy here into these highs. Now, will Cronos Group trade up higher than $13? I'm sure it will. But, as we're all trained to do as good investors, is to try and buy into the dips, okay? And if you wait and you're patient, there's always opportunities to buy in cheaper. So right now, while Cronos Group, is basically trading up to nearly its all-time high, you might want to think about buying into something like perhaps Aurora Cannabis, that has actually been trading down lately. Because, Aurora Cannabis hit a high back in October of $11.68, and it's pretty much been downhill ever since. I would actually consider this a better buy than Cronos right now. Or you might even want to take a look at Canopy Growth, because Canopy Growth also hit that big high of well over $55 back in October, and then it's took this huge dive down ever since. Like I said, where Cronos Group is trading up towards its all-time highs, it might be time to rotate some of them spending dollars into companies that are trading down right now, okay? But even at $13.04, guys, I still think Cronos Group does have more upside to go. As a matter of fact, I think all these companies have much more upside, which again is why I always emphasize, guys, ticker symbol MJ, okay? This is the ETF MG Alternative Harvest ETF. And so this ETF actually houses all of these companies, Tilray, CRON, CGC, Aurora, Afria, several others. It is all housed under one roof here with MJ, and it does pay an attractive dividend too. So always keep this as an option too in the back of your mind. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for today's video. Go down to the comment section. Tell me what you're thinking about Cronos Group. I would love to hear about it. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching, guys.